Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is Sunday. That means we are opening up our planners and I'm going to do a plan with me tonight. So if I hadn't already said this, which I'm not sure if I did or I did not, but I am currently in planner hell, or like I like to call planner purgatory, hashtag planner purgatory, meaning that I am jumping in between planners until I start my new planner system completely in June/July. So right now this plan with me is going to be in the Target dollar spot planner. I purchased this cover quite a while ago. This retailed for $3 and the inserts for this also retailed for $3. So it's just going to be a little mini walkthrough. I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to use this in my planning system at all. I might use this as a financial binder, not really sure. But right now it's going to be kind of like a creative outlet, just going to be testing out some spreads in it. And yes, this is actually going to be the planner that I will be using for the week of May 23rd, 2016. But I also thought it would be a good inspiration for planning on a budget because these Target inserts and Target goodies are really affordable. So I think you can set this up really cute and make this work for you. So let's jump into it. So this little dashboard that I made here was from a Target card. I think there were 8 for $1. These Target page flags that I glued to it, and the back of the page flags happen to match the heart. These page flags I also got at the dollar spot. I just taped these all together with double-sided tape, and this self-adhesive pocket from the Michaels $1.50 bin, which I also just reinforced with tape. And here is a library receipt that I have. This journaling card was just from a card that I had because I love stationery, so I just had a lot of extra cards that I wasn't using. I cut it out, rounded the edges, and on the other side I used a Target dollar spot card, which I glued to the back, or I think double-sided to the back, not sure. And I also put washi tape on the edges so it would just line up evenly. And here I put a sticker, I think from the Happy Planner sticker, just a little inspirational quote here that says, "It always seems impossible until it's done," which is pretty much the story of my life. So these dividers I made with cardstock from I think it was just normal cardstock papers from Michaels. I just used the dividers that came with it as a template, and I'll just quickly show this little first divider here, this second divider, third. So this just makes me really happy looking at this planner. It gives me a lot of inspiration just to kind of toy with it and whatnot. So here are extra inserts. And in the back, I had this cute envelope that was from the black card I used in the front because I just wanted to use the entire thing. I lined it with washi and a black little heart that I put here. And this was the back of the black card that I used to just have a background for this sticky note pad that came with page flags from the dollar spot. So this is completely super cute and totally functional. So just going to jump into this spread I already did for May. As you can see, I was just toying around with, kind of how I wanted to do a spread like this. The paper obviously is not good quality. I mean, this already ripped. I have to reinforce it with something, and it's just, it's flimsy paper, but I can't really complain about it, to be quite honest. So be careful what you use on it because it, isn't great, but definitely workable. This is the spread I did for last week, again just toying around with it. And this little bookmark is a set of 3 here that I got page marker from the new Recollections collection that I later went and did. And so this was just kind of me toying around with last week's, as you can see. So this is this week's spread. So I'm just going to take these pages out and we is going to get started. All right, so as I was saying, I am in planner hell. Oh God, it's just become a nightmare, an absolute living nightmare. If you are a planning person and pseudo anal retentive, you know that it can just be absolute hell on earth. I can go into it in a completely a different video if you guys want me to. But for the time being, it is just an absolute nightmare. You know what? I'm starting with these black pages that I cut out from these booklets that I showed in my Recollections planner haul. So it's just a black insert with black paper, because I'm really feeling, if you couldn't tell by my last planner spread, I'm just really feeling black and gold lately. I don't know why, but I take anything that inspires me and I just kind of run with it, because if you are a creative person or creative entrepreneur, you know, actually this white part doesn't matter because I am covering it up with washi tape. So you know that if you are a creative entrepreneur, you kind of take inspiration where you can get it, quite frankly. So I'm just gonna take this black and gold theme and run with it. So I don't know about you guys, but I am absolutely 100% behind on spring/summer cleaning in New York City right now. We've had a couple good days here and there in the month of May, but it's all been kind of pretty miserable. I feel like April and May weather has been reversed, and I'm not really feeling that. And when you have a lot to do, like a crap ton to do, sometimes doing the summer to winter wardrobe thing doesn't really float your boat. So I have been procrastinating that for God knows how long, quite frankly. Like, only the Lord knows how long I have been procrastinating that. All right. To be honest, like, I'm gonna be 100. I don't know exactly how this is gonna turn out. I hope it turns out pretty good. As you can see, I'm double-sided taping this because I just really don't want to take my glue in doing this, because I feel like it's kind of unnecessary. I don't need to be gluing this back and forth. So yeah, comment down below if you are in planner purgatory like I am, or if you have just not started anything summer related. I know Memorial Day weekend is right around the corner, and I have just been so busy that it hasn't even really crossed my mind. I don't even know what I'm doing for Memorial Day. I have this move-in date. I have to help someone move in on the 1st of June, so that kind of, look, can you see the bubbles in this tape right now? That kind of just completely messes with the holiday. And if you live in New York or in the tri-state area in general, but really getting in and out of Manhattan is just, quite frankly, like a hell of its own, just because it takes literally 3 hours sitting there trying to like get across the Holland Tunnel to like get anywhere, like no matter what time of the day you leave on Friday. So sometimes you just don't want to deal with that headache. And when you're traveling, you know, a long weekend seems pretty long, but, oh dear. A long weekend seems pretty long, but it's only a day. And if you are driving that entire day when you get back because of traffic or whatnot on that Monday, it's not really a vacation. And sometimes I would rather have a vacation than driving back and forth in the car. So that is that. Those are my thoughts. Let me know if you have any fun plans down below. I would absolutely love to know about that, because I'd like to know what you all are doing. Last year, I went to the Eastern Shore of Maryland, which I absolutely love, and I fell in love with this, oh dear, I fell in love with this Italian restaurant, Ava's, down in St. Michael's. So if you've ever been or you are from that area, let me know, because to be honest, I would take the trip all over again if I had time just to go back to Ava's on St. Michael's. So that's how I feel. So anyway, I had been thinking a lot about my planner system since I realized it really absolutely was not working for me. I had kind of alluded to that in one of my other videos. I had alluded to that to one of my other videos. I can't remember which. And I just realized it was absolutely becoming ridiculously, it was just absolutely becoming ridiculously overwhelming to me, just because I feel like you have a planning system that really works for you, and you use it for however long it serves you. And then comes a point where you are just like, this is terrible. And usually that happens in the case of just, you know, your life changes and the structure of your life changes and the needs of your life change drastically. And I had a horizontal, which I will probably do a plan with me in because I'm still kind of bouncing back in between it, Kate Spade agenda, which I actually did an entire review on. And it worked because that horizontal planner system, which I've had in the past, was just, you know, for my assignments way back in the day, and, you know, just jotting down things here and there that were like post-work related or, you know, important events, but things that were kind of on like a very base level of planning that didn't necessarily require full-blown system. And so many things in my life changed in 2016. And that's when I realized, like, I need to do something that works with my lifestyle. I work for myself, like when you freelance, you work for yourself, you're a creative entrepreneur, you run your own schedule, you run your own home, or like you have kids or whatnot. It becomes really important to have you running your life and your life not running you. So it just kind of has felt like that for a very long time. And by very long time, I mean like 4 months. And that is just, it's just too long in my opinion. It's too long to be a disorganized, just hot mess frickin' express. So that's where I've been when it comes to that. And also let me know if you guys prefer Chatty plan with me's or not, because I tend to like Chatty plan with me's because they seem to be, you know, this is real life, and I tend to really enjoy what people are doing and saying in their real life and kind of what they're planning for. But if you prefer sped up videos, I might do a combination of the two, unsure, to be determined. Also, let me know down below in the comments, just because I feel like this is always good for like inspirational purposes, but like if you were in a planner funk or whatnot, like what got you out of it, or what were tips or tricks that you would tell someone to get out of like a planner disaster or whatnot. So I always find that pretty helpful. Whether it's to help someone else watching this video or to give me some ideas. I think I pretty much figured it out in my new setup, but like everything, you need to try it out. So let me know in the comments down below, because I think it's something that we've all been there, but like if you're in the planner community, like you're just like almost like too embarrassed to say it, because I kind of feel like there's this stigma of like having it together at all times. Like if you're a planner person, you must be super either type A or super together all at once. And I just kind of feel like sometimes you just have to be honest with yourself, being like, wow, like, you know, my system's falling apart, my life's a train wreck. Like, you know, sometimes it's just really refreshing to hear people within the planner community say that, because it's not about your planner and it's not how pretty it is, and it's not, you know, necessarily anything about that. Sometimes just the system or your mindset might have just changed. And I think that's something really important to note. And I think, you know, having a creative outlet's really important, but above all, like your planner, at least for me, should be functional. And that kind of is what derailed me, like when it stopped being a functional piece for me. And I think a lot of people feel the same way. So I definitely want to explore that more in a video. So like this video, so I know that you want to see something like that, or, you know, address that in more detail. Because I think it's something that's pretty important, and I don't think that it's talked about enough. So I think the idea of, quote, planner piece is kind of like this mythical thing that people talk about. Kind of like, oh, can I achieve it? Can I not? Can I, like, but it's not. I do think planner piece is absolutely achievable. I've been there before. So like once you know what planner piece feels like, it's like really hard to be on the crazy train. All right, so I put down this gold washi tape that I think is beautiful. So now I'm going to be going in with, I think these page flags that I got from the dollar or the $1.50 spot at Michael's. I think these are new. And this I cut in my last spread to fit the week bar up there. So I think if I cut it again, it'll work. All right, let's see how this works. I'm also not sure. Yep, perfect. All right. I'm also not completely sure if I want to start doing more meal planning, just because I just like to have this stuff in my fridge and kind of do it on like a day-by-day basis. I guess I meal plan in my head, but I'm thinking there could be some value to meal planning, you know, really seriously. But I almost feel like, you know, if you have a family or something, meal planning might make a little bit more sense, obviously. And it's something I definitely want to get into more, but I kind of feel like, you know, meal planning for myself is kind of like, do I really want to? Does it make sense? I feel like I'd fail at it. So I covered that up. Okay, so what's next? Oh, this is upside down. Now I'm going to use these other page flags that I got from Michael's $1.50 spot. And I'm just going to coordinate, oops, back and forth the ones that I want. Okay, so we have all of the page flags that we're going to use, so I'm just going to go and glue them down. So I went and just glued all of these page flags down. So these are going to be my day of the week markers. And then I'm just going to take these other black squares that I cut out and put them on top like so to kind of indicate the days of the week. And I'm just going to glue those down as well. All right, so my little markers for the weekdays are all down, so I'm just gonna go and fill them in. So just a note, this is the worst white pen absolutely ever. It's American Craft Permanent Chalk Marker. It is absolutely atrocious, but I didn't have another one. Wait, is it the 22nd? No, 23rd. Have you ever just like looked at your week and like don't even know where to start because you're just like so screwed in every aspect? Like that's how I feel pretty much every week. So I'm just gonna speed through this part. I'm just using these stickers now just to kind of go into what I have to do. Quite important. So I'm gonna put this here. I need to clean out all of my summer gear and everything like that and put back my winter stuff. I still haven't done that, like I mentioned, and that's really important. I need to just take Friday to do that because that's going to be a massive clean. I also need to clear my desk because that also looks like an absolute disaster. So I need to do that. That's like extremely important. Maybe I can like have a motivational quote. You know what? I'm gonna put "Today I choose joy" on this, just because even though I loathe to do that, and so does everybody else, that if I can put something cool and inspirational, maybe that might make things better. What next? Oh, and these was from the Happy Planner stickers. What next? I have no idea, depending if I actually get everything done that I was trying to do on Monday and Tuesday, what my Wednesday and Thursday are gonna look like. So I'm just going to put, well, Wednesday it's gonna be really nice, so I'm gonna schedule in go for a walk. And so this part I'm just gonna leave kind of clear. Saturday, Sunday, not sure which. I know I have a girls' date, not sure which one because it is Memorial Day weekend. So I'm just gonna put a sticker commemorating that. Just to commemorate Memorial Day weekend right there. Oh shoot, and I really have to remember to order my contacts. I'm literally walking around blind, so let me just put that on my Wednesday slot because I don't know what I'm doing yet. And I will just put that here, and so just put a sticker here to remind myself about that. Order contacts. Lord have mercy. This obviously isn't everything I need to do in a week, Lord knows, but it kind of gives me an overview of what I need to block out when. Just kind of helps me structure out my week a little bit better instead of getting caught up on everything on Sundays. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I just get overwhelmed with like a major to-do list that I do on Sunday, and I feel like I never get it all done. So hopefully this will take care of some of that. To pay a bill. So what is it that I have to pay? I'm going to put that here because my Monday is already so full that we shall see. So let me know if anyone else does that. If you kind of like see where you are on like the first half of the week and then you go into the second half of the week in terms of your planning. Like I said, this white on black isn't what I do constantly. It'll work for now. So let's just put that in my planner. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed planner videos like this. I really wish it was more exciting, but this is 100% me. This is 100% my life. So I'm sorry it is not more riveting. Subscribe if you haven't already. I would absolutely love for you to be a part of my family. And as always, I will catch you in my next one. Bye, guys.